Hi, friends. The Other Side radio show is not in production this week due to the COVID-19 world crisis. However, we will return in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, with all new episodes that you can enjoy with your family and friends. So in the meantime, we are reaching back into our vault to some of our favorite episodes, and this week is no exception. We are presenting the episode when our friend and comedian, singer-songwriter David Bush dropped by to share the story of his amazing career and also some of his original music that we hope will make you laugh. We need laughter more than ever in these uncertain times. On behalf of my brother Joshua, myself, and our entire family, we want to wish you a safe and healthy time with the ones you love. Together, we will flatten the curve, and we will get through this COVID-19 unspeakable virus, and we will be together again. For now, enjoy the show. God bless, and we will talk soon. Take care.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave Bush from Metropolitan Sterling, Ontario, and I'm here with the Other Side Media Show with Jeremy and Josh Davis, and we are going to sing some silly songs today and make a good ha-ha for you.
Hello and welcome once again to the Other Side radio show. I'm Joshua Davis. I'm Jeremy Davis, and joining us behind the mic today, we have a good friend, Canadian musician Dave Bush is in the house. Welcome to our show finally. It's wonderful to have you. You're making your debut on our show.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me down. We've been trying to get together for a while now, and today's the day. We've made it, finally. How are we doing?
Well, we're doing superb. And the first question we like to ask all our legendary Canadian musicians who appear on the show is, how did you get into the music business first?
Well, it's a great story because I'm not one of these guys that's been playing guitar my whole life. I took up guitar at 45. I was given a guitar for my birthday present 6 years ago, and that's when I started playing. And I played and played and played, but I figured it out pretty quickly that I can take my goofball sense of humor and make my own songs, and they seem to go over as well as doing cover songs like Brown Eyed Girl. So one of the first songs I did was about the twins and my kids, and they kept losing stuff and not putting stuff away. So we wrote up a little funny song for them, and it went over really well. And then the next one was a song about Rob Ford, who was mayor of Toronto at the time. He's passed now, but he was getting into trouble all the time, and it came to me one day to write a song about him. And then everywhere I went, people said, "Get your guitar out and play the Ford song." So that's what happened, and from there I realized, hey, I don't have to be really good at this because I'm never going to be a great guitar player. I can do it, but I'm not great. But I figured it out that if you're doing a comedy song, as long as the message is funny, you'll get away with poor musicianship.
Now, Dave, in your opinion, do you think this society is too serious or not?
Oh, absolutely. Life is serious, isn't it? I mean, people are so busy, and I get it. People are stressed out. Everybody's got issues, and I mean, I'm at the point where I'm dealing with my parents and my children, you know, and it's hard, and people are drained. But I often say at the start of a show, you know what? Stop and think for a minute. Life is not that bad. Yeah, we're busy. Yeah, we're broke. But at the end of the day, we're all here, and we're doing fine and having a good time. So let's laugh a little bit.
Now, who were some of your major influences in your music business so far?
Well, certainly I love the old stuff. I mean, I'm the youngest of 6 kids, so I grew up listening to my older brothers and sisters' music, so I love Johnny Cash and George Jones, and I'm definitely a country bumpkin. But, you know, the Eagles and those types of performers are the ones that I'm inclined to go to. There's not a lot of comedic performers, but, you know, we grew up watching Hee Haw, Ray Stevens. We grew up watching Hee Haw and those types of things where it's family friendly, but still a little bit funny.
Well, absolutely. And as Josh was alluding to before, you know, this life can get a little too serious at times with everything that's going on in the world on a daily basis. So we all, you know, deserve a little comedy relief. Also, we only go around this life once. We only go around the park, so we might as well make it count. Now, you mentioned when you just picked up the guitar at the age of 45, and the first song you did was about the goings-on of the municipal politics of the late Rob Ford, the Toronto mayor. You know, it sounds like this whole adventure of yours started merely maybe by accident, and it's just taken you places that you never dreamed about. Is that true? And we'll go from there.
Certainly, I never expected to be where I'm at musically, and it's kind of amazing when you think about the fact that, you know, I've only been playing guitar for 6 years, and, you know, last summer I played in 4 country jamborees, and not the least of which was the Havelock Jamboree, which is a pretty decent accomplishment for any musician. So, and it wasn't my great musicianship that got me there. It was the comedy, you know, the fact that I can get out there and make a crowd have a smile, and that's what it's all about, and that's what I like to do. So it's fun, and yeah, I stumbled upon it, but I'll take it any way it comes, right? That's the way I feel. So it's been a blast for sure.
We've met you at many events, including Christmas at Farmtown Park. You are the chairman of Sterling, Ontario's Front Porch Shenanigans. That is a prestigious premier event in the heart of the village. You know, it's growing in immense popularity. It's the last weekend in May. Maybe you want to tell us a little more about that and what they can expect this year, and we'll go from there.
A premier event. Thank you so much. Those are kind words. Front Porch Shenanigans is just an amazing weekend that we've pulled together here in Sterling, my hometown, and you know, honestly, I played in the Belleville Porch Fest. That's where I got the idea. Basically, Porch Fest is when you have musicians up and down the streets on the front porches of homes, and I just loved Belleville's, and I thought we could do this in Sterling. So I went home and I proposed it to the town that we're going to do this, and most of them hadn't heard of such a thing. So I did it the first year. We had 18 locations, and it went over very well. Last year we grew it to 22 locations, and we had 2,000 people come to the village to take part. This year is just so exciting. We've expanded it to a 4-day festival. We kick it off on the Thursday, the 24th of May, and what we do, instead of being on the porches, I'm taking 6 musicians, and we're going to the 2 nursing homes in Sterling, and we're going to do a show right there for the folks in the nursing homes. those are the people that built that town. So they deserve to have some music in their own home. So we're going to do that the Thursday night. Friday night we kick it off with a dance and show at the Lions Hall with a good local band called Heartland Country. They've got a great following. They're a great band, and they've played the dance for us before, and they always play the Porch Fest, and we have people come from Hamilton for that weekend, so it's pretty cool to see. So that's Friday night. Saturday morning we're having a pancake breakfast at Farmtown, and then Saturday afternoon will be the Porch Fest component. We will have this year 32 sites with live music. It's absolutely free. You just walk up and down the streets and enjoy it. And then Saturday night there'll be a band at the bar in Sterling at the Black Dog, and that'll be the Decades Band, Jim Brennan and the company. Sunday morning is a gospel show, and that's at St. Paul's Church, and that was the first year last year that we did that, and it was just outstanding. Sunday afternoon we're doing a showcase show at the Festival Theater. So it's a fun time and a fun weekend. It's very family friendly, and it's very, very affordable for people to come and see it. So, okay, who wants the mic now? You guys are fighting over it. You're not twins, are you?
Okay, Dave,
all right.
I'll take it. What I want to get to, Dave, is we met many times at Farmtown Park with your lovely wife, Janice. Yep. And did you compose some music with her over the years or not?
Janice and I will play songs together. We do. We visit nursing homes a lot in the winter and play songs for them. But the comedy stuff is just sort of my own little thing. And she did sing Menopause with me, the song about menopause. And it's gonna, maybe I should play that one for you guys because it's been a popular song. We've had about 40,000 views on Facebook of that song. So it was a popular one, and she's a great spirit.
How you won her heart?
Might be.
Well, geez, I'll have to take tips from you, Dave, in my love life. Anyway, if you want to play that, perhaps you'll have to do that. But I just wanted to say, just before we get to your first selection, whatever you decide to do, as the great artist that you are, that you have performed with our uncle, Bob Leonard, of the Whistle Dogs, and his group that is now a trio with Bev Verge. And so we go way back, but we enjoy every single one of your shows. You put on so much dynamic energy. So without further ado, let's get to one of the songs, and we'll go from there.
This is a song that Janice and I have been together for 6 years now. So, I'm sorry, 8 years. But between us, we have 6 kids. I brought 2 into the relationship, and she has 4 wonderful kids. And my oldest 2 are both off at college, and her oldest 2 are growing up and gone. But the 2 at college are killing me slowly. If you can imagine every September paying tuition at university and at a college, and then imagine back to school shopping, because the last 2 are the twins. We've got 16-year-old twin girls at home. So imagine buying clothes for twins going back to school every September. For sure. So in this particular September, coming back from Belleville shopping, I didn't have enough money to stop for my favorite thing, which is a bit of beer. So I was sulking, and I wrote a song about it, and it's called 4 Kids for Sale or Rent. 4 kids for sale or rent. All my money has been spent. 3 kids play minor sports. 4th kid would like a horse. I spent $300 on shoes, and now I can't afford no booze. I got 4 kids for sale or rent. They're going cheap.
They won't do a bit of work. Youngest one says that I'm a big jerk. They never ever clean their room. They don't know how to use a broom. They never ever cut the grass. They really need a good kick in the ass. I got 4 kids for sale or rents. They're going cheap. Well, they think that money grows on trees. Take my kids, I'm begging you please, and take their cell phone bill as well. Look at my life, it's a living hell. I got 4 kids for sale or rent. All my money has been spent. 3 kids play minor sports. 4th kid would like a horse. I spent $300 on shoes, and now I can't afford no booze. I got 4 kids for sale or rent. They're going cheap. I got 4 kids for sale or rent, or just take me. Oh, the kids love that song. They do love that song. We've had a good time with that one for sure.
Dave, how long does it take you to compose one of your comedic musical masterpieces?
Masterpiece, maybe not. Some songs, Jeremy, some songs take a day and they're done. Like, you just get it. And some rattle around in my head forever, and I can never get that last line just the way I want it. So, but most of them are a week or so, and it's a matter, you know, I'm a landscaper in the day, so I'm riding on my tractor. I'm thinking of my song, and I'm working it and working it and working it. So by the time I have it written in my head, it's pretty much memorized as well, and boom, away we go. More and more I try to come up with my own tune. It's one thing to steal the tune of a song and write your own words, but to come up with your own tune, which is what I did for the Menopause song, it just takes a little more time, but a little more worth it. So,
are you considering cutting a CD in the future?
Well, we're thinking of doing the next one. We did one last spring. Actually, we recorded it. Yeah, last spring at the Groundhog Festival in Sterling, and then it came out last summer, and we've had a good time with that. Sales were very good at the Havelock Jamboree, and very blessed that way. And I've got some new material, so we probably should put another one out, but it might be another year because it's a pretty big project.
Is there any topic or any person that you won't humanize in your musical comedic genre that you have perfected? Like you were telling me off air that you even have a song that pokes fun at President Donald Trump. But is there anyone you'll stay away from or not?
There's not people necessarily that I'll stay away from, but it's got to be a funny notion. I mean, somebody sent me a message to my Facebook page once and said I should write a song about animal abuse. Well, there's nothing I can think of that's funny about animal abuse, so that's not something I can write about. But, you know, I try to write about family issues, and because you deal with those, everybody can relate to it. Politics is another sensitive area, but I'm not afraid to go down that road. You know, we did the Hydro song last year, or that was 2 years ago, the Hydro song came out, and that went viral, and we ended up with 1.5 million views on Facebook. So you got to pick your issues and pick your subjects, and it's got to be something you're passionate about, and I'm passionate about laughing.
Do you like living in Sterling and in that farming community and the closeness of each other, or not?
Absolutely. I grew up out there. I was in Belleville for 20 years, and then I had the opportunity to move back to Sterling, and it's just a wonderful community. It's not as agricultural as it used to be, but certainly that's our roots, and that's what people know and love. And it's a hard-working community. Lots of those people have a factory job in Belleville or do their work in Belleville, and they still run a farm at nights, and lots of houses are doing maple syrup right now, so it's a hard-working town, and I just absolutely love it. And they are very supportive of me and my endeavors, and I'm blessed that way as well.
Well, absolutely. You know, there's nothing like small town flair. You know, and our grandmother, you know, was born in Sterling, and we always have a soft spot for Sterling and the Oak Hills, and every summer we're out cottaging. Sometimes you're at Redley's performing. We just have a blast there. I do want to touch on, before you do another song, you know, you talk about doing your music to make people laugh. But when you say in this age of the internet and YouTube how certain songs go viral, and that certain songs that you pen could also influence things on an advocacy level in an indirect way, like when you said the hydro song and everything like that. What's going on? Because you're not afraid to say what people are thinking. So, have you thought about your work from that perspective and what it could lead to influence change in that way, Dave? And we'll go from there.
Well, I've certainly thought of it, but you know, it's a tough area. I mean, as a performer, you just want to get out there and have people have a good time, and that's where I enjoy it, and making people laugh and smile. Yeah, you can make some influence, and even if you brighten somebody's day, they might go home smiling instead of going home grumpy, and that's as important as anything else. So I don't get into too much of the political stuff. I've got another song banging around in my head that might come out one day, but typically I try to be the guy that's going to make everybody have a fun night. So that's what it's about. And Facebook has been great to me. We've talked a bit about Facebook. It's Dave Bush Music. Hit it up and give it a like. And all the songs I've ever done are there. And you know, we've had some great success with that. So let's do another song. The menopause song. All right. Well, this one's been fun, and I wrote this 2 years ago, and 2 years ago we both turned 50, Janice and I, and a lot of weird stuff happens. You guys aren't old enough to understand this, but some weird stuff happens when you turn 50. And for me, I went to bed, I had a left leg and a right leg, and I woke up with a good leg and a bad leg. I had a new ache and pain that was new immediately when I turned 50, and my vision went bad. I had to go out and get dollar store glasses that day, and I've got 7 pair that I leave all over the place. Drives Janice nuts. But a weird, same problem. Yeah, and it's some weird stuff happens to the women when they turn 52. You know what I'm saying? And I came in from the wood pile, and Janice was on the Chesterfield, under a blanket, shivering and sweating, all at the same time. Took me a minute to figure out who shivers and sweats at once. She was crying over a dog food commercial, and in one breath she asked if I would build her a fire and turn on the damned air conditioner. Menopause, you see? Some of the songwriters are writing songs about their pickup trucks and girls in short skirts, and I wrote a song about menopause. Well, turn up the heat, it's cold in here, and oh my God, it's hot. My baby, she's gone crazy, but I know what she's got. Her 40s were a lot of fun, but aging has its flaws. And the night that she turned 50, she started menopause. Menopause, that's the cause. Middle age brings out the rage. She's hot a lot, and then she's cold. Don't ever tell her she's getting old. I'd like to get a picture of her cuddled up in bed. Under 15 blankets you can barely see her head, but poking out the bottom is the part I think is sweet.
'cause although she's frozen cold, she can't cover up her feet. Menopause, that's the cause. Middle age brings out the rage. She's hot a lot and then she's cold. Don't ever tell her she's getting old. Well, look outside, it's snowing. She's going for a walk. She doesn't take a jacket, she's just going around the block. She's only wearing slippers 'cause the snow is not that deep. Last week my neighbors found her in a snowbank sound asleep. Menopause, that's the cause. Middle age brings out the rage. She's hot a lot and then she's cold. Don't ever tell her she's getting old. I went to bed on Friday night, it didn't go that well. I wore a life preserver and she said, what the hell? I said, I don't want to fight with you, but I always think ahead. You sweat so much when you're asleep, I'll drown in my own bed. Menopause, that's the cause. Middle age brings out the rage. She's hot a lot and then she's cold. Don't ever tell her she's getting old. Now listen up here, fellas, I got some good advice. Give them lots of room on those days they're not that nice. And if you screw it up and ask when menopause is done, don't ever, guys, don't ever ask that question. But if you do yourself a favor, man, and go and hide your gun. That's the menopause song. Whoa. We got a good time with that.
Oh, that's amazing. So, very quickly, we're running out of time. We'll have to have you back. We'd love to showcase the Small Town Hussy and more great songs. I just want to know if people want to get a copy of your latest CD, how can they do so? And we'll go from there, Dave.
Just go to my Facebook page, Dave Bush Music, and send me a message, and they're easy to mail out. They're $15, and I'll mail it out to you, and away we go. And that's Canadian, by the way, for your American listeners. But it's easy. Just go to Dave Bush Music on the Facebook page and shoot me a message, and we can go from there. I do quite a few of those that way. So the CD is called Dave Bush is Not Right in the Head, and it has the menopause song. It's got a song called Sweet Jesus, I Want to Go to Jail, which talks about the quality of life in prison versus a nursing home. It's got the Old Town Hussy, which is a crowd favorite, and we have a good time with it. So thanks for having me down, guys.
Would you like to share a memorable moment with our audience of you performing at one of the retirement homes?
Well, it's always fun to play at Hastings Manor. That's where my mom lives. So to get to play for my mom, and Dad was there. He's passed, but I would take the guitar in and play for Dad, and that was always special. But that's fun to play there. But I gotta say, I mean, the best memory I have is playing at the Havelock Jamboree. We had a great crowd. Everybody was excited and having a good time. And my family was there cheering me on, and that's so special to me, and I'm so happy to be invited back for this summer.
Yeah, maybe you could play with Toby Keith. Toby Keith's coming there. Well, you never know, Dave, thanks for being such a great friend. Congratulations on all your success thus far, and we look forward to seeing you and hopefully working with you in the future at some future event with the Other Side Media Group. And It's our favorite thing getting great musicians like you on the show. So for now, this has been the Other Side Radio Show, live on location at the Belleville Public Library and John M. Parrott Art Gallery. I'm Jeremy Davis. I'm Joshua Davis, and God bless the music, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
The Other Side Radio Show with Jeremy and Joshua Davis. The Other Side Radio Show is a production of the Other Side Media Group in association with 91XFM. To learn more, look us up on Facebook by searching